All right. Listen, at the end of the day, sometimes if you have a dream, you have a goal, I think it's important that you hold on to it, right? Dreams are about moving forward with them. It don't matter what anybody says. If someone has told you something, you stick with it. I got a little bit of same, but different action here. And it's surrounding one of the breakout stars from the Apple hit TV series Ted Lasso. And he just turned fiction into reality. So honestly, this feels like one of those stories that Hollywood couldn't even script any better. So Cristo Fernandez, he's the actor that everybody knows and loves as Danny Rojas, has officially signed a professional contract with the El Paso Locomotive soccer team after grinding through a 2-month trial with the club. And yeah, football really is life.
Okay, let's be sure to help Danny get acclimated, all right? First time in this league could be very overwhelming.
Danny Rojas, Rojas, Danny Rojas, Rojas, Danny Rojas. Hey, hello, coaches. Thank you for the opportunity.
You are a spirited fella, Danny. Just go on out there and get the striking spot for us, okay?
Yes. Just like back in Guadalajara. You say it, I do it, coach. Football is life.
Football is life.
Football is life.
Everyone was quoting that after.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's such an iconic quote. Whenever you place as a sport in front of is life, it works. But this one is it's one of the most iconic. I remember after he started saying it, when it was just going by all my friends in the group chat, it was just like we would end pretty much every statement with football is life.
Yeah, football is life.
Football is life.
Football is life, or ball is life.
Ball is life.
Football is life. What I loved about his character, if you guys haven't seen Ted Lasso, was that he's just so happy-go-lucky.
Yes.
It was like he was the sunshine in the show, where Ted Lasso was also the sunshine, but Danny Rojas took it to the next level, where this guy really loves soccer or loves football. He's just here for a good time. He's just happy. And I remember there was one storyline they did with him where he was depressed. And it was the weirdest thing ever, seeing him so sad and depressed. Everyone's like, come on. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. Right?
Yeah.
It was the funniest thing. So no, his character is a fan favorite for sure.
No, absolutely. I think I remember that episode. He's like in the shower with all of his entire uniform on, and the water's just like running on the top of his head, and he's just so sad. There's an arc where they call him where it's basically Evil Danny.
Yeah.
So Evil Danny is also hilarious because of the fact that he is so happy-go-lucky. Anytime he's not that, it's noticeable, and they use it in Ted Lasso to highlight some of the elements. But yeah, no, he is always excited, just happy to be there, happy to be present. And I love his character.
Oh, love it.
Now, what makes this story actually really, really cool and crazy is that before Fernandez actually jumped into his tenure on the Ted Lasso show, he was actually chasing a real soccer dream growing up in Guadalajara. So how wild is that, right? Think about it, right? Before the cameras and the fame and the football is life catchphrase, he was a legit young player just coming up through the ranks and trying to be the best that he could. But here are the real details on what actually happened. So life ended up hitting him with a curveball when he unfortunately had a big knee injury that reportedly ended his soccer path when he was only about 15 years old. And that forced him to pivot away from the sport that he loved the most. And so that's when actually acting entered the picture. And then eventually that road led him all the way to the Apple TV series and a lot of success. And listen, this is all a level of authenticity that is unmatched because let's be real, right? For a lot of actors who play athletes on TV, this is as close as it gets to the real thing for them. But for him, he's really about that. We were speaking about that a little bit off camera before, just saying when we see a lot of professional sports players actually kind of do the reverse a little bit. Professional sports players who are acting and they kind of just act as themselves. I was speaking to a director over the weekend, and one of his tactics is he will create a film and he'll base the film around a person who does the actual thing. So if he wants to film a boxing film, he'll pull an actual boxer who is not an actor, and for all of the lines and the way of being, the lines are extremely flexible. he'll say, this is how I'm planning, this is what's written, but how would you say this as your boxer in your day-to-day, day-to-day speak? And, the authenticity was paramount above everything.
And so because the storyline is written in that way,
Yep.
then you will get an authentic performance. The audience won't have any idea that this was somebody's first time acting or first time doing it, because we just want it to feel real, no matter what it is.
Yep.
And sometimes you can tell it's not real if the person who's stepping into those shoes has never done it before and they're not that good of an actor, because it takes work, as you know, to actually become whatever that person is or whoever that person you're portraying is. But if you are that person, roll the camera. It's just me, film me.
That's right.
This is what you need. Okay, hi.
Right. Right.
Yeah, quite.
100%.
But for this, I think that is the fact that at 15 too, so young, and to be able to battle through that and then have it just pivot your entire career, going into acting, not thinking that you were gonna go into acting playing a soccer star for your first major role.
Right. Right.
And then it's like, wait, what? Okay, I was meant to still have soccer, and I guess if this is the way it's going to be in my life, so be it. Look, I can still show off my skills, and I'm getting paid for it. Why not?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. No, you raised such a great point. I think we acknowledge the fact that acting was his next phase or his next season in his life. But when you have a dream, he could have got casted as anything. He could have got casted to be any type of character. But it just so happens that he had the opportunity to continue to play a character in a role that was still tied to one of his first passions.
Yeah, love it.
Pretty wild. But, again, for Fernandez, he never let the dream fully die. And that's something that's really special. Not letting the dream fully die is a place where, you want to be. And for him, I mean, this is what led to everything coming next. Check it out.
Ted Lasso star Cristo Fernandez has become a professional football player. El Paso Locomotive, who play in the USL Championship, just announced his signing on Tuesday. Cristo Fernandez, who portrayed Danny Rojas in the Ted Lasso series, is actually now going to lace up his boots for El Paso. But guys, I mean, is he actually any good at football? We've obviously seen him, in the Ted Lasso series, doing all the acting and stuff, playing in the games, but is he actually any good at real football? I mean, I've tried to do a bit of digging, looking at some of the clips down below, guys. I mean, he actually looks pretty decent. Locomotive have come out with a statement saying that he's going to be a great addition to the roster, and he adds another attacking dimension to the team.
That's right. So listen, we are already seeing how things are bubbling for one of our favorites in Ted Lasso, Danny Rojas. And honestly, it is quite fascinating. It has been all over the internet. The news has been covering it. And when you look at his story, even reports have been saying that he has basically been grinding in silence while he was working with Ted Lasso. He was behind the scenes for the return of a competitive soccer return while he was still balancing his acting career. And so earlier this year, he even trained with the reserve squad for the Chicago Fire. Now here he is actually in action with them. Check him out.
Hola, hola, this is Cristo Fernandez, and we're here at the new facilities in Chicago Fire. Very happy and grateful to be here. I know I've been doing more acting and filmmaking these last couple of years. I would have never imagined how life was gonna turn for me. Never imagined that with my new dreams of film and acting, football, soccer was gonna be the thing that was gonna open them for me. I say this because I've always missed football, soccer. That's my first love.
I love that he's calling it football soccer. I love that it's now. He's like, you know what? I have international audience all around the world, so we're calling it football soccer.
Yep.
That's what we should only call it now.
Football soccer.
Football soccer.
Football soccer. Football soccer. No, absolutely, absolutely. But when I see stuff like this, and this isn't like he's not going to the local rec league and just being like, hey, let me warm up. This is just 2 months before his signing, and he is competitive. I mean, regardless of how you slice it. I mean, when you're talking about stepping on the field and you're going back and forth with guys who do this 24/7, and so it just takes into account that he is there. He's in shape and he's holding his own, and so this isn't some gimmick.
No, not at all. And that's the thing too. It's that it doesn't really matter how the door gets open for you. That's what I feel like, whether you're born into it and you know your father knew somebody and the door was open, or you met somebody and you were able to work your way in, or you became a TV star but you still had aspirations to play soccer, but now you know the door is open. It's what do you do once the door is open? How do you walk through that door, and what happens when you're on the other side of it? That's honestly the only thing that matters in my opinion. And so for him, the door may have been open, because think about how many people want to be soccer stars in the world. I mean, soccer is the #1 sport in the world. In the world, little boys dream of this. And so it's very hard to get a team to even want to look at you, to even want to have you train with them to see whether or not you're a good fit. Now for him, because he was on an international stage and they saw his skills in the show, they're like, okay, you have the option to come train with us, but that doesn't mean you're gonna make the team. Not at all. The door was open for him, and then it was up to him to do all those cool things that he's doing right now with the soccer ball, you know what I mean? And to be able to actually prove himself. So it wasn't just because he's on the show, he was given this. It was the door was open, and he's like, you know what, this has always been my dream. I'm gonna take it if I can. I think that's cool.
Oh no, for sure, for sure. I love the fact that he, you know, you just, regardless of what you're passionate in, and I feel like that's what happens sometimes. I think, you know, transition in career happens, and, you know, I feel like people feel like they're at a fork in the road, where they're like, okay, well, I'm passionate about this thing, but I can't do it anymore because, you know, this is either my 9 to 5 or this is what I do. And that is just such a lie. You know, whatever it is, you know, you can absolutely still pursue that thing. I would say it actually informs and helps to enhance. I would argue that anything that you have that you're passionate about would inform and enhance whatever you do for a day-to-day. If you have a 9 to 5, and let's say you're a librarian, but you know your passion is skateboarding. There is some way that in continuing to excel in your passion, that is going to make you better, and vice versa. Both are going to inform each other. You're going to become just more of a well-rounded person, and it gives you this kind of excitement just for life. It doesn't become this mundane thing. You have this passionate part of yourself that you get to pursue and get to grow your knowledge, and whether it's, you know, a physical sport, grow physically. But yeah, keep on pursuing your passions. That's what I'm
100%. You're so right.
Awesome. But you know, since that point, right, it's been about 2 months out, and now here we are, right? And he's landed an opportunity with the El Paso Locomotive, which is a second-tier professional soccer league in the United States. And so now this story, it's super inspirational for several reasons. I mean, first of all, to come back from a devastating career-ending injury, you know, it means to celebrate on its own. But the other huge detail is that this wasn't celebrity publicity stunt where, you know, they handed him a jersey just for clicks, like we were just talking about. Friends, this man really had to seriously earn it. He went through a full 2-month trial period with the team. He participated in preseason action, he trained with the squad, and he ended up impressing the coaching staff enough to get offered a real contract.
In my new acting and filmmaking dreams, soccer was gonna be the thing that was gonna open me doors. And ever since this Ted Lasso journey, I send lots of hugs to my Ted Lasso family, the creators, the writers, especially the fans. Because of them, now I am pursuing this new dream. And I just hope it inspires that. I just wanna tell the story that it's never too late to accomplish your dreams. And there are very crazy dreams, and I consider myself a crazy man. So that's why it makes sense to be here with the locos here.
He's just as fun off camera.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. Nah, and you know, and that's the thing. You know, also, you know, dreams don't have expiration dates, right? You know, he comes into this as his first stint at 35 years old, right? And you know, you would think that this is something where it's just like, look, you have a lot of success with Ted Lasso, and think about, obviously, you know, being on Ted Lasso is a huge show. So many eyes on him. His agent is probably like, listen, you know, the world is your oyster. We could do so many things, bookings, commercials, you know what I mean, appearances, all kind of things. This is so intentional. You got to sit and you know, these are discussions that he's having with his management and agents and saying, listen, I really enjoy acting. I'm so thankful for the opportunities. but this is always where my passion has been, playing football, soccer, right? You know, this is always where my passion has been. And there's an alignment there where they're like, hey, you know what? For sure.
Yeah.
Have at it, you know?
Yeah.
So the support is there, and also it's in his heart. And I think those are extremely important things to take into account.
100%. I mean, it just, I think the amount of fun he probably had with doing the show just also proved that, no, I still love this.
Yeah.
And I still want to do this, and he was able to do it. How cool.
Oh, super cool, super cool. Now, you know, the El Paso head coach, Junior Gonzalez, he has actually praised Fernandez for not just his attacking ability on the field, but also for the energy and leadership that he brings into the locker room. I think that's paramount, right? And look, you already know that fans online are absolutely eating this up because Danny Rojas becoming a real professional soccer player, it feels almost too perfect. Social media has been flooded with people just quoting his iconic line from the show, "Football is life," right? And then Fernandez is stepping into a legit professional environment with real expectations. And while nobody knows exactly how much playing time he's going to get or how his next chapter unfolds, one thing is very clear. The man has already won by betting on himself again. Honestly, this might be one of the most Ted Lasso stories ever.
Did you see that? I can't really tell, but it seems like he's very good.
And it does seem like he's very good outside of the show as well. So huge congrats, Danny Rojas.
Big one.
Making it out there. And you know what's really cool too? Not only is he really talented, is he really good? You know how many Ted Lasso fans are going to be showing up to El Paso, Texas?
Oh my, it's going to be wild. People are going to literally, I feel like people are going to they're going to see if they could acquire his jersey from Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
They're going to have that up. They're going to have his locals jerseys.
Yeah.
People are going to really represent for him.
So I think it was also just a good promo for the team.
Oh,
yeah,
for
promo for the team, plus he's talented. Really cool stuff. Who knows? Maybe we'll talk about him in the World Cup in the next 4 years.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
never know.
Yep.
You never know. All right, guys. Well, thanks for that, Z. We're going to switch gears from talking about football to talking about singing, because coming in hot at number 2, The Voice is officially gearing up for a huge milestone because NBC just revealed the coaching panel and the plans for season 30. And honestly, they are clearly treating this like a major event season. 30 seasons is such a massive accomplishment for a competition show, and it's just kind of wild to think that this all started back in 2011, when the entire hook of the series was simply, what if judges picked singers without seeing them first? And I mean, somehow those spinning red chairs, they just turned into one of the most recognizable things on television. Here was our first intro into the show just 15 years ago. Check it out.
This is a show by artists for new artists. All of the mentors have different passions in music.
We're gonna get along famously.
Wow.
I'm gonna lie to get the best team that I can.
The whole thing is gonna be a trip.
They'll find America's best voice, The Voice, Tuesday, April 26th on NBC.
Wow. Wow.
What a time.
That is so wild.
And can we talk about how they were able to assemble like the Avengers of music for this?
Yes.
Not only did they get Carson Daly to host, who's just iconic TRL days just from the hosting world, and then let's talk about the actual coaches themselves, how they were all so different, but still like the top in the genres that they were doing.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, and then all their personalities were so fun too. Like, and they were able to get everyone to sign up for it.
Yeah.
That was the thing. They were like, hey, this is something that's brand new. We got it, and we'll give you the history actually, but it actually came from a different country show. We're gonna do the American spin on it. Are you guys down? And all these top names said yes.
That's what's wild to me, because that's the thing, right? There is you know, to record and film, this is a commitment, I would think, for each of them as artists, right? Each of them as artists, they could literally, I mean, their schedules are to the max. They can instantly be performing every single night. But they were like, hey, listen, we're gonna come together. We're gonna jump into something different that's never been seen here in the States. And yeah, we're all down for it. And one of the things is so wild. I'm seeing everybody, you know, over 15 years ago. And one of the things that stands out is wild. I'm looking at the bottom, and it says CeeLo Green.
Yeah.
And it's so long ago that CeeLo, I don't know how many years after this though, he ended up just changing his artist name to Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah.
So it's just like, wow, this is how long ago it's been since it hit the scene, and you know, seeing all the artists and how they've come together.
Yeah.
But it's rare. They really did form like the Avengers.
Oh yeah, and I think this crew was together for 5 years, and since then, some have stayed, some have gone, some have come back, and we're gonna get into that. But I mean, just seeing this early time of The Voice, and it was such a change. And it was the biggest competition to American Idol. A lot of fun. So guys, we say all that to set up because season 30 is coming this fall, and NBC is leaning all the way into that big superstar feeling again, as they just announced the coaches. And they are, drum roll please, Z. All right. We got Kelly Clarkson returning for her 10th season as a coach. We got Adam Levine back after making a huge comeback to the series last season. Country star Riley Green is stepping into a red chair for the very first time. And I told you a queen was coming to the chairs. Queen Latifah officially joining the show as a coach, which honestly just feels like such a powerhouse addition for an anniversary style season like this.
Wow. That is a crew right there. That's gonna be really great. And I know just overall that their banter is gonna be really great, and their chemistry, I can tell it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be interesting to see Riley Green, because I don't know much about his personality. We've covered him a few times on the show, some of his hits, what he's been doing, who he's been duetting with as well. So he is, like, you talk about big name in the industry right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about a current success and a current hit in the country world right now. So a great replacement for Blake Shelton's kind of chair there. And then of course the Kelly and Adam. I mean, that just brings nostalgia back because they've been on it for years and from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Queen Latifah.
Come on.
Are you guys gonna laugh or what with Queen Latifah? And the energy, she's gonna bring emotion too. I feel like she's gonna uplift people too.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna hear a lot of speeches from her in like a good way though.
Yep. Yeah. No, I think this is a great crew. I think this is going to be one of the best ones yet.
Yeah, maybe. And speaking of just Queen Latifah, guys, let's just tell you what she's going to be bringing. Her joining brings a unique background to the table because she really just has done everything in entertainment. She broke through as one of the most influential women in hip hop. Won a Grammy for Unity, crossed into acting, musicals, jazz music, producing, hosting, blockbuster, films, dramatic roles, comedy. I mean, every lane possible. So she's coming with experience.
Your devil till I'm an angel, but until then, hallelujah, gonna dance, gonna fly. I'll take a chance riding high before my number's up. I'm gonna fill my cup. I'm gonna live till I die. Make some noise. Yeah. Love noise over here. Come on, Holmes.
Ooh! Yeah, she had her own TV show.
That is wild. I forgot she had, yeah, she was hosting her own show. Yep. Yep, she does everything.
The Queen Latifah show.
Yep.
So she does everything. So contestants this season, guys, they are gonna get mentorship from somebody who understands not just singing, but performance, stage presence, reinvention, longevity, how to build an actual career in entertainment, which I think is great. And I mean, this is just leading her to not only being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, but also, do you know she's hosting this year's AMAs as well?
What?
What a big year for her. Check it out.
Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah. She's a woman who can do it all. Queen Latifah.
Welcome back to the American Music Awards. The world has become a global village and music has become its language. Flavor.
So good.
Yeah. So after the barbecue on Memorial Day, turn the TV on. You'll see Queen Latifah for the AMA Awards. We'll have you covered the next day here. But, I mean, she's got a busy year.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then in the fall, she's gonna be on The Voice.
She's doing a lot. She's doing a lot for sure.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so gonna be a great mentor to all the contestants that end up being on her team. I'm sure they're gonna fight for that. So it's such a good choice. And then guys, yes, let's talk about Riley Green, new to the show, who is a really interesting addition because this really is a huge moment for modern country music on the show. And Riley, like I just said, I mean, he's become one of the biggest names in country over the last few years with a bunch of his songs that everybody likes. But he has built this incredible, loyal fan base because the traditional country sound that he's blended that with the new modern sound is really what people have been craving. And now he's bringing that perspective into the competition for the very first time. But he's not new to The Voice, actually. Do you know that he actually made a guest appearance during season 26 and also season 28 to perform? That's right, here he is on the stage.
If I could have found a bigger piece of cardboard, my brother Walter was my hero. He was bad to drink. One night he laid his Harley down along that Ohio riverbank. Me and my ex-wife tried for kids when we were dating. Yeah, we even had baby names picked out. Little Walter didn't make it. It's hard to see all that driving by.
Why do I want to cry? You hear 30 seconds of that man's voice strumming a guitar with nothing else, and you feel something.
Man. It's just, it's wow.
Yeah.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good season.
Yeah, because that's not easy to do, because then that's all goes into, okay, the words and the emotion and the writing behind it.
Yeah.
There's one thing to just be a singer and perform. It's another thing when you actually have attachment to those songs, and then people can feel that. And you could feel that he's talking about himself there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's real.
Wow.
So we can expect some of that from Mr. Riley Green. But get this, guys. Kelly Clarkson, you know, she's already getting the competition started because she actually left the new coach, Riley Green, a playful voicemail welcoming to season 30. And then she did something after that. Check it out.
Are you with Riley?
Yes, sir.
Hey, do you know if he was expecting a package from Kelly Clarkson?
Well, I do got a voicemail from her.
Riley Green, this is Kelly Clarkson. That is officially the last time we're going to use each other's full names. Welcome to The Voice. I was stoked whenever I heard you were going to be a coach because I actually am a super fan of your music, man. You're so good. You probably know that because I've covered your songs. Anyway, big fan, but needless to say, fan and all, it's a competition.
Kelly is...
She was needing to say it's a competition, right? So he's listening to this whole voicemail, and there was a package for him. And she's hilarious because you guys know what she actually did. Well, she sent him a personalized big red coach's chair to his tour stop so he could practice the spinning.
Stop.
She basically says in the voicemail that, so I sent you something because, yeah, this is a competition and you're gonna need practice. So I figured that like you need to start working on the spin.
That is.
So she sent this to his tour stop. They put it on the stage the night when he was performing with his name there and everything, and it works.
Wow.
How cool is that?
There you go. Listen, courtesy of Miss Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah. I love that she goes, this is the last time we're gonna be using our full names. Like, I'm gonna just be Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is what's gonna go down, and I'm your biggest competition yet. So good luck. This will be my last nice voicemail.
That is fantastic. I love it.
You can already see the banter, you can see the fun, and that's why I'm excited for Kelly to come. Especially, guys, because we spoke about how the Kelly Clarkson show is ending.
Yeah.
It's going into its last season because she is just so booked up with everything she's doing. It's very time consuming to do that.
For sure.
And so people are like, well, why is she doing The Voice? And I think it's because, okay, now that her schedule is winding down, The Voice is something that she can control kind of those hours more, and she can put her heart and soul into just doing one thing at a time, more than being spread across so many different platforms, because she's doing her show during the day, filming The Voice in the afternoon, trying to be a mother to her kids, which she obviously has always done, and trying to make that a priority, especially since the children sadly lost their father. I think it was last year or the year before.
Yeah.
It was a lot for her.
For sure.
So I don't think you need to hate on Kelly for stopping the show but still doing The Voice. I think this is just what makes sense for her, and at least we get to see her.
Yeah, no, she's being extremely intentional. And I remember when we covered the fact that the Kelly Clarkson show was winding down, you know, her heart behind it was, you know, like I want to be able to spend time with my kids. You know, that was also a big piece. And of course, we know that she has such a busy schedule. But yeah, she's just being intentional about, you know, how her time is divided. So
that's exactly right.
But we'd love to see it.
Yeah, and she has time to also send competitive voicemails to Riley Green.
Yeah.
And then guys, Adam Levine, he's coming back as well. He's just adding that nostalgia factor because he was, as we saw, one of the original faces of the franchise when the show first exploded in popularity. And you know he actually just won season 29 with contestant Alexia J after returning from his long break away from the series. Here is that win.
Alexia J, you did it! Congratulations!
Well, I'd say I can't believe it, but I can. There is no one that is more deserving of this honor.
Big hand for Alexia!
Yes!
Winner of The Voice Battle of Champions, your champion!
This was Alexia's night, and I'm really proud of her. Like, I'm gonna cry again. Like, she's so...
Wow.
Adam took home the crown, so there's gonna be some competition. And I don't know if you saw there, guys, but they have banners hanging like they do in a sports arena, where it says what year and what judge won. And so they revealed season 29, Adam.
I love it. I love it. You know, the competition, it really, I mean, they do things to really keep the competition flying.
Yep.
And yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, that is one of them. So guys, now heading into season 30, there is this feeling that the show is pulling together different eras of The Voice all at once. And honestly, that's what makes this lineup just feel smart. And the official air date, it hasn't been released just yet, but typically September is when we see the new season hit the screen. 30 seasons, it's happening. What a stellar coaches lineup we got.
Oh, that's so good. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's wild that it's really been 15 plus years. So
that's right.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the best ones yet. I'm looking forward to the banter and yeah, see who the next winner is.
There it is.
Amazing. The Voice coming to TV screen near you. Well, thanks for sharing that one, Nadine.